I'm going to show you in this lesson two really good selection tools. In the old days, we had to use Quick Mask, which was doing it by hand. Here's the Quick Mask icon. Here's the brush. Used white or black. If I used black, I painted with orange, and I had to get all the edges. Um, it was good then, but we don't need it now. I'm going to get out of Quick Mask. I'll have some marching ants. I'll Command D. Or we'd use the magic wand. Same problems or similar problems. They're good in a pinch. Magic wand is good for color, but see, I'm going to have to mess around with the tolerance if I make it 50. So anyway, oops, have to hold the shift key to add to selection or use up here, add to selection. Both of these Quick Mask Command D will work and Magic Wand, but there's some newer tools, not brand new. For example, the magnetic lasso. It lives with the lassos. It's the last one, the third one. And I want to separate this orchid from the background. The thing is about the magnetic lasso is you want to let it do most of the work. I'm going to click. It drops an anchor point, and now I'm just dragging along the edge because it looks, and it's dropping its own, it's doing the work for me. So I'm just going to slowly drag, and when I get to vertices like here or corner point, I usually drop my own anchor point, and then I'll go here and drop my own anchor point and possibly one here, and then I'm back around letting the magnetic lasso, and it takes a little getting used to, not a lot. I was a little awkward with it at first, but then I saw one of my students just take off with it, and I thought, well, maybe I'm not being fair. This is a long time ago when it first came out. When in doubt, like an area that's blurry, like here or something like that, or I think there's a point, um, I might click. But basically, I'm just gently dragging around here, and of course I have to, and there's a little spot I can see I might have to fix there. And I think I've done some add to take away from selection, but I'll do some more basic. So you can always do a tiny bit of touch up. And I'm almost done with the magnetic lasso there. Now it's a marching ant. I'm going to look at it, I'm going to look at the Quick Mask. To invert the Quick Mask, I'm going to go Command I, Control I on a PC. I'm going to get a hard edge, hopefully, yes, hard edge, small brush. Let me zoom in here for a second. I'll go back to brush. There we go. Small brush. Actually, I don't even need to get a brush. I'm going to go back out into marching ants, and I'm going to hold the shift key to make sure I'm going to go back to the magnetic lasso, and I'm just going to click here, here, and this doesn't matter. I'm adding to the selection, and I did it backwards, which is easy. So now I need to take away from the selection. If that ever happens, going back and forth between add to and take away is not a big deal. And there you have it. I see a little bit of sparkly there. I'm going to hold that, do the shift key. Oops, again, I did it backwards. I guess this must be inverted. I'm going to double click the hand tool. Yeah, see, when you see it all the way around there, I had inverted the Quick Mask and forgot. I'm going to invert that, and now I'm going to Command J, copy paste. So there's that one, not bad. And then I'm going to turn off the eyeball. This is the one that was the magnetic lasso. Magnetic lasso. And then the next one I'm going to do is the quick selection tool. And this didn't always exist. You have to make sure you click auto enhance, and that's too big a brush. I'm going to make it an 11. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to select a little bit of the orchid, and then I'm going to hold the Option key to get the minus sign, and I'm going to go around and say, Photoshop, don't select this stuff. Just don't. Now that's a little tricky over there because the flowers are touching. The background's not super clean. Okay, now let's see how it selects our orchid. And again, we've got a little bit of a problem here, this green, and a little bit of a problem in the same place. So I'm going to go back into Quick Mask to touch it up. I've got, let's see, I need white on the end of my brush, I believe. Maybe not. Undo. I'm going to invert it. See, same spot. Interesting. Oh, up here also. So this would be easier to do with the quick selection tool, and it automatically is an add to selection. So I'm inverted again. There you go. Be apprised of that. And let's see if I can get this teeny bit in here. I might have to, there. So I'm going to Command J, and I'm going to turn off this one. This clearly is the quick selection, QM, and I'm going to put them next to each other. There's QM, and there's Magnetic Lasso, and there's a few more touch-ups. I see a little green in there, but these edges are pretty darn good.